Salutations, spooks, spirits, and specters, and welcome back to more Corpse Party, Book of Shadows, as we continued episode 5, in what I can't make out to be whether this is a bad end that's taking its sweet time before ending, or if this is the appropriate path that the story is supposed to take. The man's movements remained slow and evenly paced, but there were only so many places to flee in a room this small. If I got tired before he did, I'd be finished. My only hope was to get out into the hall before that happened. The two of us glared at one another for a few moments from across the dissection table, and then as soon as he made his move, I leaped on top of it. I'd underestimated just how slippery the table might be with its thick layer of blood and fat. I quickly spilled off the other side onto the floor. My legs and hindquarters were soaked through with the blood of an untold number of other people, but I didn't have time to think about that. Adrenaline gave me the strength to stick my landing, and I managed to keep running without skipping a beat. I was in the home stretch. For a couple more steps, anyway. A sharp pain suddenly shot through my leg as I touched the ground. I immediately fell into a heap. My right leg was now firmly impaled with thick, sharp metal spikes. I'd been caught in an old-fashioned bear trap. The kind that's got 2 rows of metal shark teeth lined up on either side, instantaneously snapping shut as soon as any weight is applied in the middle. The thing was designed to catch bears and tigers, so what hope did a human have of escaping it? I swallowed my pain and started grabbing whatever I could get my hands on, dirt, bones, anything, and chucking it at the encroaching giant. It was the only thing left for me to do. I was out of options. The man's foot came down hard on my left leg. It immediately contorted unnaturally and went limp, and I could see a pointed shard of bone jutting out from a bloody hole in my sock. Next, the man wrapped both of my arms in chains. As he pulled on the chains, my leg muscles also tightened around sharp metal spikes and a compound fracture. The pain was literally unbearable. In my half-unconscious, agony-addled state, I was just barely aware of being raised into the air by my arms on some sort of pulley system.
ひどいこと、やめてよ。家に帰して。ここのこと誰にも言わないから。
そんな心配しなくていいんだよ。今からいっぱい痛い思いをして死ぬからね。
私なの。どっか遠い国の私の知らない誰かにやればいいじゃん。なんで。
お姉ちゃん、肌きれいね。決めた。あなたはカワハギの毛。顔の皮を全部剥いたら、体も隅々まできれいに剥いてあげる。
Sachiko began approaching me, with a broken-off shard of earthenware pot in her hands. No. God, no. No, 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 no.
きれいなプルプル。これつけたら私も大人になれるかしら。
An intense pain shot through my entire face. An undiluted, primal scream escaped my mouth unwittingly, as if I were throwing up blood. But not a living soul was around to hear it. There was absolutely no way for me to resist anymore. All I could do was lie limply, strung up along the wall, and feel my skin getting peeled away. Sometime amongst the throbbing, shooting, burning, electric agony coursing through every nerve ending, overseen by the girl's sneer, I lost consciousness. The very last thing I saw before lapsing into eternal slumber was a familiar strip of skin being flapped about merrily in Sachiko's hands. It was my own face, perfectly flayed from my head, staring back at me with blank eyes, and flanked by Sachiko's overly delighted grin. Well, they certainly drew that one out. That was the second bad ending. Koyo Collector. Okay, so I collected all of the Koyo stream ID tags before being filleted. Let's try a quick save. I assume this is the most recent one. Let's see what happens if I wait.
誰か来る。どうしよう。
Let's wait. Let's see what happens when we wait. Maybe the right choice was to wait.
よかった、人だ。もしかしたら黒崎かトウコたちが。こっち、助けて。こっちに怪我人がいるの。
The footsteps drew closer and closer, and then finally the figure making them came into view.
すみません。私、白檀高等学校の生徒で2年の。バカ、何言ってんの。こいつがまともな人間に見えるの。
Was this a bad choice? No. Was it even the fact that if I ended up here, is that just a bad decision altogether?
山本美月って言います。友達が怪我しちゃって斧持って血だらけじゃん。こいつだよ。こいつが。私たち気がついたらここにいて死体とか逃げるのよ。逃げろ。逃げて美月。助けてください。
I was actually hoping that he would just extend his hand and be like, yo, I'm sorry you ended up in this bad place. I know the way out. Follow me. Okay. Well. That was a much more straightforward bad end. But lesson learned. Do not use the bucket on the skull. I thought I was so smart. Let's put the bucket in. Let's put the skull in the bucket. And yeah, we did good. We did horribly bad. We did horribly bad. I think this is where I start. Yes.
年格好からするとこれだと思う。
大丈夫か美月。
The smell.
ダメ私この匂い。
亡くなってからずいぶん。
これを運ぶの？手で持って。
さっきのバケツ使ってみるか。
No, we do not use the bucket. Oh. If we don't use the bucket, we don't use it at all. Okay, well. Guess we'll find something else. So it's bucket or bust, is that what you're saying, huh? We have to find something else, you say? Well, we could try using the key on the key.
袋井見て、ここに何か。
Yes, something was small.
確かに何かあるが、取れそうにないな。
We need something we could fit. Okay. Well, how about this? Could we use the key on the...
何の箱だろう。
Take the box. The cabinet's glass door is locked. Okay. Maybe the wind-up key goes to the staff room door? It's locked up tight. Then... what else could we use? What's the art room? Is the art room door locked? Or was it like, it doesn't exist, it's just a fake wall? The door is locked. Fantastic. Well, the only other thing I haven't really tried is, I never actually clicked on the stuff on the girls' bathroom. I mean, it says it's blocked off, but maybe we just rip off this stuff. The atmosphere feels heavier here than it does anywhere else. And the door is covered in protective charms. It seems to be shut up tight. It's not even locked. It just won't open.
お札ってなんかいわくありげだね。
この校舎全体がいわくありげなんだが。
どっちにしろ入れないんじゃ調べようもないか。お札って
この校舎全
どっちにしろ入れないんじゃ調べようもないか。
Okay. What am I supposed to do then? I am lost. I am confused.
僕の頭を頼む。君らの損にはならないから。
Okay. This is where we found the bucket. It's frozen in place. So the reference room is whatever. The girls' bathroom is sealed off. The art room and the staff room are locked. What else can I possibly do? The only thing I can think of is there's something in the music room and I have tools for... Yes.
袋井見て、ここに
確かに何かあるが取れそうにないな。
What else could we use? If we use the bucket to get the head out, then it's just gonna be like, oh, you pity me, blah blah blah, I will curse you, and then we all end up down there, and then we can either run and die, or we can wait and die.
確かに何かあるが取れそうにないな。
何の箱だろう。何の箱だろう。
numerous indoor slippers stowed in the cubbies. They appear to be much more old-fashioned than the ones commonly worn in modern elementary schools. Look, there's something in. I didn't see this before. Check it out.
口の中に何かあるのは見えるんだけど、さすがにね。
Are you kidding me? I had to investigate it a second time? Okay, that's fine.
俺が調べてみるよ。うちが手を這う感触ってのはそうけだつな。
Fukuroi dug around inside the mouth of the severed head for a few moments, then finally withdrew his hand. He was gripping something tightly between his now foul-smelling, discolored, and dully glistening fingers.
はい、ティッシュ使って。
ああ、助かる。これは何かの鍵みたいだな。
Yay! We finally found a key, and we have 3 places we could possibly use it. After thoroughly wiping off all the maggots and bits of rotting flesh, the item Fukuroi produced from the head took on that classic look of an old copper key. Alright. First stop, staff room. It's locked up.
さっきの鍵で開けられないかな。
Use the old key.
鍵が違うみたいだね。
Well, we got 2 other places. Music room. Here we come, a music room. Here we come, a music room. The cabinet's glass door is locked. You won't. It's gotta be the art room key then. That's the only choice. Yes!
よかった。開いたみたい。
In we go! Well. Let's save. Cabinet. There's a plaster model of a human arm on one of the shelves. Maybe it was used for sketching. The fingers are all stained red, as if covered in blood.
何これ。
絵の具じゃなさそうだな。
It's a portrait of a girl with long black hair, but her face has been completely blotted out with red paint. It's faint and almost invisible from a distance, but there appears to be a painting of a white rose on this canvas. Or maybe it's just a water stain. There are quite a lot of objects on these shelves and in these drawers, but every one of them is fixed in place, as if they're all just decorative accents. It's a still life depicting hydrangeas? There's a palette knife placed beneath the canvas. Yes!
これ何かに使えるかな？
Take it. You never know when something like this might come in handy. Acquire the palette knife. Now we go down and we scoop whatever that thing is between the piano keys, right? That's what we do. That's what we do.
Fukuroi, 見て。ここに何か。
確かに何かあるが取れそうにないな。
そうだ。パレットナイフなら隙間に入るんじゃない？
Yes! Try it. Fukuroi took the palette knife in hand and started digging between the keys of the piano with it in an attempt to dislodge whatever was stuck. It took a lot more effort than expected, and created an unpleasant scraping sound that kind of hurt my ears, but ultimately...
よし、出てきたぞ。
鍵だ。さっきの図工室の鍵とは形も大きさも違うね。
Fukuroi handed me the small key, which I immediately pocketed. Well, first place to check.
何の箱だろう。
It's locked.
さっきの鍵で開かないかな。
Yes! Yes! The key turned without any resistance, and the heavy glass door opened right up. I removed the rectangular box from the inside and marveled at the feel of the wood. It was made of Paulownia, making it smooth and lightweight.
開けてみよっか。
危険なものではなさそうだな。
なんかあっても恨みっこなしだよ。
心配するな。仮に中身が爆弾でも美月なら構わないよ。
Yeah, thanks.
それって女の子のセリフじゃん。
I couldn't believe I'd just laugh. I guess Fukuroi's overtly serious deadpan reactions had become a source of strength for me. I can't even describe how grateful I was just to have him there. He was like a pillar of strength. With that in mind, I fearlessly opened the Paulownia box. Inside, wrapped in silk, was a small wooden board inked with calligraphy.
なんだろう。お墓にあるやつに似てる。
それは外場。これは木札といってお札の一種だな。ごまで燃やしたりするやつだ。
I wasn't particularly well versed in Buddhist practices, but in a place like this, any sort of protective charm seemed like a good item to have. Now what? Well, actually, looking at the time, I'm all out of it for this particular video. So we'll go ahead and end it here. I have two thoughts of where we're going to go next. Either A, we're going to go now dig out the skull, and now that we have the charm, the guy can't curse us into the basement and us die. Or we go up to the girl's bathroom and the charm protects us, by like doing away with those other charms, and we go in there and we find something that we can use to get into either the staff room or something to better handle the skull than the buckets. I don't know. We'll find out next time. So until then, thank you all very much for watching, and ciao for now. Ciao for now.